Hello and good morning. This is Daniel and welcome to the Architect AI Expert Advisor weekly series, episode 6. We're going to start again with the smaller account, the Daniela's account 2K. Finally, the name is changed. It had a great week. Since the beginning of this account, I'm now over 13.5% in profit. And speaking of dollar, close to $380 in profit. It was a great week with 1.54% of gains, with a total of $53, using 0.79 lot size and 52 trades. And comparing the last month, even though we're only on the 8th of August, so in the first week of trading in August, I'm already doing quite well. And looking at the percentage, the last 2 months were really good, 4.18, little over 4% profit. And of course, going to the big account, it was a week with 0.56% of gains, a total of $100 in profit, and 3.07 lot size were used for over 107 trades. So it was actually a good start of the month, continuing a few good months from the Architect, with percentage between 3% and close to, and actually over 5% of profit, with having a small loss of minus 3.33 in April. You can find the Architect on the responsibleforextrading.com/architect. 16 strategies control how they trade. And with the latest update, you can actually install them really easily and in a nice automated way without having to remember 25 different charts and 17 different strategies. So I really appreciate the latest updates. There were some complications with it, but overall it worked well at the end. So now it's actually easier to install the Architect and use most of its power. Okay, so many trades have been closed, quite a few of the Bitcoin chopper since the 3rd of August. Most of them in profit, even the ones that are in small loss actually were part of a bigger trade. So here you can see 2 trades that were closed at the same time on the big money Bitcoin chopper, and with an overall of profit of over $1, so it's still a small trade. Here are a few trades from the Night Rider, from the Ranger, Night Rider again, Sharpshooter. So currently on the Architect, the Sharpshooter is way more active this week than on the Powerhouse. Sharpshooter, Vigorous AI, Levski, quite a few good trades, Night Rider, and so on. The North Star, which is a new strategy that we have, the North Star that is in this case in the Architect, closed a few trades in a nice profit. Levski, Ranger, Sharpshooter, quite a lot. Night Rider as well, got out of trade here. And actually I had an exit from the big money Bitcoin chopper, the first exit from a trade in a loss. Probably it was an Arun close, sensing the change in trend. So overall, in this case, it was more or less $12 of a loss, which is not bad because this is by far the most profitable EA that I'm trading part of the Architect, over $500 in profit. And there was a long trade here. There was a complicated trade with a Night Rider, but still overall in a small profit. Big AI, Night Rider as well, Sharpshooter, Bitcoin chopper, Sharpshooter as well. Again, Big's money, Bitcoin chopper as well, AI. So normal trading. I always like checking if the EA has closed some of the older trades. So yeah, some of the trades from July were closed, but not earlier than that. A few trades from July as well. Most of the trades that were closed were open in that week. And actually, if I remember, there was a nice trade from an EA that I really liked. It doesn't trade that often, but when it does, it's nice and profitable. If I remember correctly, yes, it was the ADX. Had a nice trade, $16, and this EA produced over $100 in 4 trades, I think, actually 4 trades overall. So it doesn't trade often, but when it does, it's nice and profitable. So this is the new strategy, the North Star on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, in the Architect this time. There's also, added the Sharpshooter on the Euro dollar. And of course the Levski, they already have a few weeks of running. And the Bitcoin has produced over $500, which is really nice. I'm curious to see how this EA will handle a drop on the Bitcoin price, maybe to 50,000 or maybe 45,000, if that will happen. Here's the range strategy on the Euro Pound currency. This is the gold 1 hour ADX trend. I really like this strategy. Here's the M5 scalper as well. Night Rider on the pound, Japanese yen, Ranger, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, and so on. As you can see, I have over 35 pairs open here on the big Architect account. And of course, for you to trade the Architect, you will need a broker, and IC Trading is one of the best. There's a link in the description if you want to open an account with them. And trading with real money, you're gonna need a VPS. And if you want to change yours, or if you want to open a new account, there's again a link in the description. The IP Gate is one of the best. You have 3 different price options. Every plan, you have the locations at London, New York, unique IP addresses, and also 99.99% uptime guarantee. This is very important. I know not everybody is using VPS. My recommendation is definitely to use one. So this was the week with the Architect. The small account actually produced over 1.5% of winning. That's not normal. It's not going to repeat that happened. And the big account was still over 0.5% of profits. So it was a good week. There were some big moves on the charts, but the Architect, big account and small account handled these moves pretty well. The new update will make the Architect easier to put in the charts. And there's a few new strategies like the North Star. And of course, don't forget, if you enjoyed the Architect series, there's a Market Master weekly series. There's also a Powerhouse weekly series, and also the latest 2 weekly series, Japan Strike and the Multi-Pair. You're gonna find all these in the playlist on my YouTube account. I wish you a very profitable week ahead using EAs.